Okay, are you ready to work out? We're gonna use a chair or a sofa or something that you can sit to stand from, and a countertop and some free weights and your tubing. So you wanna have all of that stuff near you. Okay, we're gonna start off with a sit to stand. So I'm gonna use the chair. You know how to do this. You just have to stand up and sit down. Try to do it 15 times. When you stand, engage your abs, squeeze your glutes. I know it seems like a simple exercise, but it really works. When you're ready to make it harder, when you stand, you raise one leg and then you put it down and sit back down. Just like that, up and down. Good job. A normal sit to stand is just up and down. We'll do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next I'm gonna have you do some wall push-ups. You can do them from the counter, a sofa, a table, however you want to. I'm gonna do it from my dresser here. So feet are shoulder width apart, you're in a straight line, you're gonna lower down and push back. And go as low as you can. The further away your feet are, the harder it is. So, and you can go lower if you had a lower counter. This is for your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Next I'm going to do a wall sit. So you want to find a wall. If you had a ball, you could put the ball behind you, which is great. If you don't have a ball, you just put your back up against the wall, sit down into a 90-degree bend in your knees, and you hold it there for as long as you can. You're going to be feeling the burn in your quads. You want your weight through your ankles. Keep your back up really tall. And, hold it as long as you can and try to feel the burn as much as you can. Almost to the point where you have to stand up. Like you can't hold it any longer. So that's for your quads. If you had a ball, you would put the ball against the wall. Makes it a little bit easier, a little bit smoother on the back. And again, you just hold it there as long as you can. And you'll feel the burn. Burn, baby, burn. Okay. Next, I'm going to have you take your tubing with your handles, and I'm going to have you just step in it with 1 foot. If you need more resistance, you can step with it with 2, but let's start with 1. You can always make it heavier. And you're just going to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and relax down. Seems like really basic, but it's actually a good shoulder workout. And you want to make sure that your shoulders are back when you do it, that they're not forward, but they're back and your chest is up nice and tall. More resistance, again, just place your feet shoulder width. Keep your arms straight. Just shrug your shoulders up and down. And you'll feel the burn. Good. Do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Remember, the goal is always to feel the fatigue, but if something starts to feel not right or you get pain, you want to stop and take a break. Next exercise I'm going to have you do, and you can do it near a counter or a dresser if you needed it, and you can actually face it if you want to, but really is to just stand on one leg. So stand as long as you can on one leg, working on your balance. So you just lift your foot up off the floor. If you can do it no hands, if that's super easy for you and or it gets easier the more that you do it, the next I suggest you close your eyes, and then you get totally kind of disoriented. So it's a little bit harder with your eyes closed. So I want you to do as long as you can on both legs. So you're going to balance on each leg separately. Again, doing as long as you can. And you can do each side 2 or 3 times. Always good to work on your balance. We lose it over time. We want to keep ourselves strong. We want to be able to catch ourselves if we start to fumble or tumble. And working on the balance is great. Okay, so that's your balance. The next, if you have a loop, you can use a loop or you can use your band, but what we're going to work is the external rotator in your shoulder. So this is elbows tucked in at your side, shoulders back, and you're going to bring the hand out, one hand at a time, out to the side. So we're working the external portion of our shoulder and just keeping that elbow in nice and tight, slow and controlled. If the loop is too tight or too much for you, you can use your tubing band. You can wrap your hands around it if you need to. And palms up, and again, just same thing, out and in. Try if you can to do it 15 times each side. And you'll again feel the burn. These are all good exercises that you feel them. They seem kind of easy, but actually pretty challenging. Okay, let's try the other side. So again, elbows tucked in at your side. You're just going to pull out. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Okay, next what we're going to do is the side step. So you can take your loop if you have it and place it around your ankles. And you're gonna side step, working your outer thighs and your glutes 15 times if you can each side. You'll feel the burn, so if it's too much, do what you can. If you can only do 10, do 10. Build upon it. And we'll do 5 more each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 each side. Okay. Okay, and if you didn't have the band, you're going to step out and lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Another way to do that is really, you can just alternate sides and do 15 outer side leg lifts, standing up with your hand on a counter or a dresser, either way. Okay, the next is a set of bicep curls. So you can do this with tubing or with free weights. You can keep your hands facing in, tuck your elbows at your side, and just curl up and down. Okay, elbows in. Squeezing those biceps keeps your shoulders back. Look straight ahead. You could do this sitting down if you needed to. Okay, that's 15. Great. Okay, the next one is an isometric ab exercise. So I'm going to have you do this sitting in a chair again. If you don't have a ball this size, it's like a little bit smaller than a handball, you can use a pillow in between your knees. So sit up real tall. You don't want to be relaxed against the back of the chair, just sitting up tall. You're going to squeeze your inner thighs together, draw your belly button toward your spine. So little isometric squeezes, working your inner thighs and your abs. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. 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 Good. So keep squeezing. Good. Good. So you should feel your abs there, but you should also feel your inner thighs. Okay, so that's with the ball. Now, the next I'm going to have you do some ab exercises, and we're going to start off with the pelvic tilt. And you can keep that ball engaged in between your knees, just to kind of incorporate a little bit more of your core there and work all the way through. So the pelvic tilt is tilting your pelvis up and lowering it down. So you want to imagine, I'm going to hold my head up as I talk to you. Imagine as if your pelvis is a clock and your belly button is 12 o'clock and your toes are 6 o'clock. So you're tilting your pelvis up to 12 o'clock, then relaxing it down to 6. Squeeze the ball as you do it, up to 12, down to 6, up to 12, down to 6. Good. And you just keep doing this. So you're not lifting your hips up off the floor for this at all. Really basic, but you're wakening up those deep lying abdominal muscles there. Okay, great. Now the second set is a bridge. You can, if you need to take the ball out to take a break, and you can also use a pillow if you need to. The bridge is just lifting up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. And lower. Let's see if you can, if I turn more. Lift up and lower. And again, if you can do 15, that's great. Okay, great. The next one is the leg hinge. You can utilize that ball again and place it underneath your lower back. Bring your legs up into tabletop. If you don't have the ball, you can use a pillow, or you can just put your hands underneath your hips. And this again is to work those deep stomach muscles. So you're going to take one, legs are up into tabletop, then you're going to tap one foot down on the ground, bring it up, tap the other foot down. And you're going to alternate up and down. And if you need to make it harder, you just extend your leg a little bit straighter. The idea is that your back stays pressed into the ball or the floor or the pillow, and that you're really allowing your stomach to do the work here, not your legs. So if you start to feel your hip flexors work, these muscles right through here, more than you're feeling your stomach, then you're probably fatigued in your abs and you want to take a break. But ideally, if you could do 15 of those, that would be great. If you didn't have the ball and you wanted to use your hands, just put your hands underneath you and you're going to tap down like that. Okay, and legs down. And then the last exercise I'm going to have you do is a bird dog. So this is a great back exercise, and you want your hands to be directly, go this way so you can see, directly underneath your shoulders. And you're going to extend your right arm and your left leg, reaching as far as you can in both directions, and bring it in. So out and in, at least 8 times, if not 15 times. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, then the other side. Same thing. Make sure your hand on the ground is directly underneath your shoulder and you're extending your arm and your leg as far as you can. At least 8 times, up to 15 if you can. Okay, great. So that's your full body workout. If you have any questions, let me know. We can always make changes to it.